Luc Bouchard with Solve Act Life Coaching Services. I've been a certified life skills coach for 22 years, and I specialize in men's issues and men distancing themselves emotionally. Today is the 53rd video of the 72-day challenge. We are in the 8th week, and our weekly theme is men in depression. Our daily focus is men in relationships, and the topic today is the difficulties of being authentic around certain women, and how authenticity sometimes is maybe seen as problematic for certain women, and how enlightened certain women are. Thank you for joining me in this video, and I look forward to sharing my thoughts around authenticity and men and how that's sometimes not really accepted by women. Consistently through my videos, I talk about how men have been socialized to distance themselves from their emotions, how they have been trained to not really be in touch with their softer emotions, and that their more extreme emotions like happy, glad, sad, angry are okay, but the things like sadness or being fearful or being anxiety and depression are not things that men are really allowed to have, because that is really calls into question their masculinity. And if men have been socialized this way, well, it's not really a surprise that women have also been socialized this way. And I think that there's a lot of confusion between men and women when it comes to what women really want. And I'm going to suggest a lot of tension from women towards men about what they really want from men. And women do want men to be emotionally available. They do want men to be present, and they want their men to be good listeners and to be good partners. But what I think women want more, and what is really important to them, is to have good providers, if that's the kind of relationship it is, and that they can count on the men, and that they know that the men are trustworthy and bankable. And what happens when you have issues like depression coming in for men, where they are less trustworthy and they're less bankable because they are not functioning well, or just if they're having a bad time and they're just not being, off their game or whatnot. I think women are supportive, and certain women are more supportive than others, but I think there comes a point in time where women are fearful that their safety and security, especially if the men are truly bringing home the money and or that they're responsible for the household continue through their paychecks and whatnot, where the safety and security will take over for the women, and that's more important than the men being emotionally available. So it's problematic for men who want to be authentic, especially if they're struggling with things like depression and dealing with trying to buy out of the masculinity myth. And this really gets to the heart of why I think certain men will not be authentic with their partners, because it's not safe. So, gentlemen, I ask you, is it safe for you to be authentic with your partners? Do your women really want you to be emotionally available? Do you really think it's a safe place to go with them? Because if it's not, why would you go there? And I would just really think about what happens when you are less than on your game. What happens when you're sick? What kind of messages do you hear if you are less than 100%? Something I find very interesting is how women will refer to men as being babies when they're ill. And women don't get that. I've mentioned this before in previous videos. But women aren't called babies when they're sick. They're sick. So, or the other thing that actually comes to mind is if we're not tough enough, then what we're called is wimpy. And if we have to man up, we have to suck it up. So it's not only the pressures we put on ourselves, it's also the pressures that our partners put on us and women put on us. And simply my point is that Authenticity and being emotionally available is fine and good until safety and security concerns are held into question, and then somehow that is less than okay. And I just bring this forward for you to consider and contemplate. Luc Bouchard with Solvac Life Coaching Services. I've been a certified life skills coach for 22 years, and I specialize in men's issues and what keeps men stuck. I hope you have a good day, and we'll be back tomorrow with the 54th video. Take care.